So this morning we've come back to Magaluf to have a look around. So we'll see what it's like in this November morning. It's November 2020 and we're just going to have a look around Magaluf. So across the road, one of the focal points in Magaluf, the Prince William Pub, and on this side we've got EastEnders, all closed up at the moment though. And we're just walking up now from EastEnders and Prince William. Just getting past the estate agent Bestard. If you're looking for a property here in Mallorca, particularly in the Magaluf area. So, see that there are some places open, but the majority you'll find are closed up and have been closed up for all of this year. 2020 is going to be a year that people in Magaluf with businesses are going to want to forget, and hope that 2021 brings something new, a little bit more vibrant and a lot more visitors. Supermarket across the road is open, and we're just coming to the strip, which has been closed throughout the summer. Did open actually for a very short time, but the authorities quickly closed it down and it's all gone. Tartan Arms, no more. And this is what the strip looks like in the winter time. So it is November, it's 2020. We are in the middle of a pandemic, but very, very quiet, as you'd expect. We'll take a walk down and eventually go down to the beach and have a look to see if anyone's made it down to the beach on this lovely day. It's a little bit chilly. Temperatures have dropped to perhaps just below 20 degrees Celsius, but certainly great weather to go out for a walk, and if you find a sheltered spot you can even quite comfortably sit in the sun. So we'll just have a look down towards the beach area now. So we've just been walking through Palma Nova, and one of the beach there was really crowded. Lots of people on the beach. They've got a beach clean-up day. People going along with their bags and picking up all of the rubbish. In particular, they're looking for plastic rubbish. It's one of the things that is polluting the Mediterranean. The amount of plastic that's got blown into, washed into the sea, and some of it ends up on the beach. So a lot of people are out there this morning helping to pick up some of that rubbish. But looking down on the beach here, there doesn't look to be very many people actually on the sand. So we'll have a look when we get a little bit closer. Just going past Robinson Crusoe's. And normally all of these bars would be closed up for the winter, so it's not unusual to see them all shuttered up. But Robinson Crusoe's one of the places that didn't manage to open this summer due to the pandemic. As we get closer to the beach, you can see there's virtually nobody on there. Even the lifeguard station's not manned today. Beautiful beach, beautiful sunny day, but nobody there. So this is the main promenade in Magaluf, and as you can see, nobody on the beach and nobody on the promenade, and all the businesses are shut up. But it's a perfect place for us to walk on a Sunday morning. The temperature's great, the sun's shining, it's nice and level. So we're going to enjoy our Sunday morning walk, and we'll come back if there's anything interesting for us to talk about. So we just walked past the Wave House, and now we're going past Dakiri Palace. But all of these things are closed up. Nothing's open. Helicopter going out above. So here's some of the bars that may have been open, but they're all closed up now. As you would normally expect for this time of the year, places would be closed, but most of these have not even been open during the season. Tom Brown's one of the great places to go for great cheap menu, but they've not been open at all during this pandemic. Now move around. A few more people, but still very quiet here on the beach in Magaluf. And this is what happens when a place gets neglected for a season. You can see all the weeds are growing here. A lot of work's going to have to be done to get this ready for the new season of 2021. So this is Nikki Beach in November 2020, obviously completely shut up. But this is one of the in places to be. Quite expensive, but people will come here and rent a bed and enjoy the views over the sea and the entertainment that's put on for them here. But not here this year. Nothing has been open, so it's been left a little bit. As you look out from Nikki Beach, there's the jetty where they can actually moor the boat, so people can come by boat to Nikki Beach. And looking over to the island that's off Magaluf, and then back along the beach, slingshot in the distance. November morning 2020, the sun's shining, and it's getting close to about 20 degrees Celsius now, so it's quite warm in the sun. This is one of the older apartment blocks here in Mallorca, and some would say something of an eyesore, something of a relic of the 60s and 70s, but it's still there, and I imagine the people on the higher floors have got some amazing views over the sea and over the beach. So for people particularly from the UK, who would normally be holidaying here in Mallorca, it's probably not the sort of sight you would like to see of Magaluf, with the bars and businesses all closed up. This is the road that runs parallel to the promenade, immediately behind, and there you go, not a soul on it, and the businesses are all closed up. Here's the Britannia, place that would be really lively on a normal summer's day, but we're in November and we've had the pandemic, and so there are no clients here. Now we're walking up the next road towards BCM. BCM's been closed for a long time, that all the businesses and bars along here, most of them have not opened this year, and those that have, many of those are now closed. I'm sure we're going to find that we'll only find one or two places that are really open, and even the hotels, some of them have said they were going to stay open, have not managed to do that. So this block here is one of the newer of the hotels, built by the Mallorca Group, and on the ground floor we've got lots of shops and restaurants, little galleries to walk through, most of which are closed up, and the hotel appears to be closed up as well. So the Mallorca Group did a great job in investing in Magaluf, as they do through most of Mallorca. You'll find many of the Mallorca hotels, great sponsors of the island, and this is, I'm sure, going to be one of the places to be in 2021. But 2020, perhaps a year to forget. So, tables and chairs out here, so I'm guessing that a good burger will be opening later on, but they're not open at the moment. Okay. So we've crossed the road now to the side where we've got lots of the little businesses, little shops, little bars, but as you can see, all of this is closed up. Nothing open at all. But again, that's as you would expect for November of any year. Even if it had been a successful summer, the businesses would normally close for the winter time, as they have done for many years now. When we originally came to the island, which is 35 years ago, lots of these places did actually stay open in the winter, and there was a different sort of tourists, as pensioners from the UK used to come out for a month at a time or even longer. But that all stopped. They did try it with Spanish pensioners. Spanish pensioners used to come here and spend maybe a few weeks, and that was somewhat sponsored by the government. Again, recent years, that has fallen by. Just coming up to Benny Hills. It's not been open this year. So some of the bars along here did open, and tried to make a go of it, but with so few tourists it's actually quite difficult. So yes, it is autumn, it's November, and the leaves have started to fall. Because the places are not open, there's nobody here to clean them up, and you can hear the crunching of the leaves and the autumnal feel to the air. So one of the very few bars that is open is the JB bar there, but others across the road closed up. And the hotel across the road has been actually one of the very few that's been open pretty much throughout this pandemic, the Hotel Samos. And as we've walked past here during the last few months, there's always been clients going in and out, lots of cars, like rental cars, parked outside. So well done to the Hotel Samos. Not sure how busy it is at the moment. There's a lot of leaves actually in the doorway, so I'm thinking they might be closed up now. Just next to the Hotel Samos, we've got the BCM, which has been closed now for some time due to some of the problems with the owner, legal difficulties. But it looks as though they've been doing some work on it, so maybe they're hoping to open again in 2021. Behind the BCM there is a square which has been open during the last few months, and bars there which are offering great service, great food, and even some entertainment. But again, we're now at the end of the year, and most of those I'm sure will be closed. Coming over to this side, Panama Jacks closed up, and as we look round, everything closed. We're just moving to the end now of Magaluf, and this is just one of the side streets with some of the bars which are actually open now. I can see one in the distance there open, and others with tables and chairs outside, so they will be opening later on. And then just looking back towards BCM and the Hotel Samos, and what used to be the Magaluf Park Hotel, which is now part of the Kathmandu park attraction, with a Yeti climbing up the side. But a great tourist attraction here in Magaluf. Somewhat more mundane, we've got the supermarket Aldi across the road there. We do very well here in Mallorca. There's Aldi's and there's Lidl's set up all over the island, and they're always pretty busy. They're one of the few shops that opens on a Sunday, so it's a great place if you you need something on a Sunday morning, you can always pop down to Aldi or to Lidl. And across the road here we've got the Kathmandu Park Hotel. Used to be the Magaluf Park. Great attraction here for Magaluf with the upside down house and the other attractions like the mini golf and the cinema, 4D cinema, 5D cinema. I'm not sure how many Ds they've got in their cinema. But all good, and usually a great attraction during the summer, but obviously closed this year. And across on the other side we've got one of Anita's favourite shops, Teddy. All sorts of little gifty sort of things you can get in there. A good fun shop to go in. And at the end we've got Leo's Bar, which has been staying open during the pandemic, and it's one of the places we quite often call into for a coffee as we make our way home. So we might just call in there for a coffee before we head off towards the car. So we've had a really nice walk around Magaluf. I know some of you might not like to see Magaluf the way it is, but for us who live here in Mallorca, it's really nice to walk around, and it's very quiet. The temperatures are lower, around about 20 degrees Celsius, and it's a really beautiful place to be. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please share it with your friends. Let everybody have a look at what Magaluf is like in November 2020. And if you do like it, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's coffee time for us, and I'll see you in the next video.
Cheers.